Seven Psychopaths.
Fruity.
When you first heard the title, what did you think the movie was about?
No idea. At all. No idea. Seven Psychopaths. But I knew it'd be out there. I knew it'd be mad, but I didn't think it'd be as mad as the script was and the film is. I mean, it's so mental. I had no idea. Sam?
I figured it would be pretty wacky, knowing Martin. You know.
Yes.
You concur?
Sam and I did a play called Behanding in Spokane a couple of years ago, and it was a wild play. Wild.
There was gasoline in that play as
And
well.
a suitcase full of chopped off hands. And
Yeah.
Family entertainment.
Yeah.
So this film takes place all over Los Angeles, takes place in Joshua Tree. You guys were able to shoot in a short number of days all over the city. Were there any places that really stood out to you, any kind of favorite moments, maybe in the desert or in the city when you were shooting?
Well, there was just great moments of levity, you know, in a tent with a big space heater, just Googling weird stuff on the internet, just laughing. Just stupid stuff that guys do.
That kind of set.
Yes.
And it's interesting you mention just the online presence in general, because from the trailer alone, there's certain lines. Put your hands up. No, that's just great. You with Bonnie the Shih Tzu, like there's certain moments that people have already kind of grappled onto. Are there any favorite lines or moments from this movie that you can kind of already see yourself repeating in the years to come?
God, there's so many. There's so many great lines in the movie. I don't know. I'll tell you Tuesday when I see it again.
Yeah. And what was it like? So the film premiered in Toronto. For some of you that was seeing it for the first time, the crowd roars. Like, what was the experience like of watching it with the audience for the first time?
Insane. It was insane. We were at Midnight Madness. It was pretty crazy.
yes, I saw it all by myself about a month earlier. And I knew it was fascinating, but I never thought it would have all those laughs. I laughed out loud all alone in the dark when Woody's head exploded. I don't know why.
It's pretty funny.
But the violence in this movie is, somebody called it a little bit Roadrunner. You know, Wile E. Coyote kind of gets into a realm of stepping past something and into what's funny.
And in a time when there's 5 Paranormal Activity movies and 6 Twilight movies and so forth, something like this comes along, very original, a little bit more difficult to get people to pay attention. What do you think it is about this movie that has audiences reacting like that? Is it the comedy? Is it the subtext? What do you think it is that's making people respond to an original film at a time when original films aren't being widely considered?
I mean, I think the answer's kind of in your question, that it's so unique. I mean, it's very hard to, most films that we see now are derivative of other films that have gone before them, and this film seems to, I mean, all Martin's writing stands alone. It's incredibly unique, incredibly well crafted, and his penchant for dialogue is second to none. I mean, he just writes some of the most really insane and funny, and at times equally touching dialogue. That's the thing about Martin's stuff, as outlandish as some of it is, and as violent as it can be, and as irreverent as it can be. I think at its core, Martin's a really sweet fella. If you talk to him, people they're shocked when they meet him because they expect him to be, you know, all dressed in black and really kind of acerbic and sarcastic and sitting in a corner somewhere disinterested in people around him. He's not. He's really sunny and bright and lovely and kind, and I think
And handsome.
And I think that stuff is, particularly the handsomeness, is apparent in all of his writing. You know, but that's fundamentally, there's a lot of heart in all of his stuff. So this film's a really sweet film, which is a bizarre thing to say about a film that's as violent as it is, but it's really sweet, I think.